Kozik's up on deck. He's like right by where Rear is sitting, but he doesn't notice the rope because he didn't see where Darius dropped him off at. He's like, Jesus, I thought dwarves with explosives were, you know, a good thing, but fuck, this place is messed up. And you hear this, Rear. I basically, so...
He basically calls you out for being a bitch.
So Kozik's experience usually with it, when it comes to explosives and dwarves is it's usually used for mining and killing bad things. This just looks idiotic and stupid. Stupid.
Yeah.
Looks like people decided to test some fucking artillery here.
Yeah, if you've ever seen like when they shoot the artillery pieces for avalanche cannons, it looks like that along the side.
Basically calling this place a mess.
Yeah.
Like, how could anyone, like, after blowing it up? A rear? I like look over the ledge and
You
it's
see
like,
him upside down, he's looking up at you.
I mean, you'd be looking down at me.
Oh, he's looking up at you. Yeah,
down up at me.
He's looking upwards at you, but
upside
from
down.
his perspective, it's down.
It's not particularly great
looking
for
down
him.
up at me.
His singed beard is currently going over his face.
Yep.
I'm surprised he still has it at this point. So weird, how's it hanging?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh,
Sorry, I had to.
Wow.
Yeet.
Wow.
Kind of flails.
Yeah, what the fuck did you do here? I mean, it's probably August, but... You just like see Kazik face spawn, it's like, for fuck's sake.
We're just sailing by. It just says Aria, like etched.
Yeah. Yep.
A wretch, fucking etched into the goddamn landscape from with explosion marks.
I don't know, how long has it been since he's been here?
Benny?
I'd figure vegetation would start like growing over. You'd see the craters, but it'd be probably bushes and grass. But with Coinminer like stuck around, or because I don't actually know much about Rear's past.
I guess nobody's talked to him about it.
So Rear's Coinminer still here? That's the question he like poses to you as you check. When's the last time you saw him?
It's probably been years, I would say. I'll let you figure out like specifically, but it's been a while.
So can I see how far like he is away from like dangling from basically his head to the ground?
You guys are up like 800 feet up in the air still. Like
you
guys are still up pretty high. Like they're pretty tall hills. They're not mountain, but they're pretty tall hills. Like this is kind of that transitional area between the Dwarven Keeps and the hills. Yeah, it's kind of that transitional.
And if I'm correct, I think my village would be somewhere like north of here as well.
Mm-hmm.
A similar location, more mountainy, I guess.
Yep. You guys would be on the other side of the river, like actually, like so you guys would probably be somewhere like in here, like along this line. So
So are you saying the ship's here, or is that where my village would be?
outwards where your village would be, the ship is there.
Not gonna lie, if his head was like pretty much right next to the ground, I would have cut him off. But not gonna let him die yet.
Yeah, you cut him, he's dead. I mean, like you guys cut him, let him fall.
You worked for the military. How'd you stay in there so long, given your track record with us? So technically, you're still under employed. Not an idea.
They're gonna be so disappointed when they find out he's alive.
You guys have been there once too, and they didn't even say anything. So,
I probably
they were just-
forgot about him.
Yeah, they're like,
oh, you're
there's
still
this party of there was this party of adventurers that came through, like listed off names. And there was this one in there called a rear. Wait, does count? Yes. How do
Oh
you...
no.
Oh no!
He's still alive.
Hail, man.
Oh God.
Kinda ended a
I
rear.
guess explosively, but you know.
How did they end?
Just people just looking over the rail having the story.
Like some of the crewmen are just like,
The official story. Do you know the actual story?
How many of them lived?
yeah, Darius, I guess is here.
Like
He
like,
pops out
Uh,
of like a porthole. and
I've
you
been
just
on
see
the
him-
deck the entire time. Goz
Just like,
walked up to me initially and talked to me.
Yeah, he's
why were they disbanded? My question.
Oh dear God.
Okay, I'll just get straight to the point. Did you blow them up or something? Did something bad happen? Oh my.
Ah, my legs! Is all you would have heard in Horace's perspective, isn't it?
yep.
Just bang! Ah, my legs!
Amir,
Darius is just face palming right now.
give me a reason why I shouldn't cut you down now.
Unfortunately, we do still need him, Gozik. As much as I would love just to let him go, because he is just a menace to all life.
He's holding on to the thing that's gonna be cut. That's funny.
I'm just gonna grab the rope and just sort of like give it like that fast like whip shake that fucking sends the fucking.
Whee!
Yeah. So basically, you just end up going whee, swinging out. He's just looking up at Darius. Why? You know why.
And as he says that, you hear an explosion off in the like off on one of the hills. You hear go, boom.
See a fucking deer carcass go flying by the ship.
What does it? Over here?
And you see a rock slide, and you see like the deer carcass and a rock slide on one of the mountains. Like it's on level with you guys.
Over here.
I
How
feel
good
like
are
a
you
rear and
finding your
Russians
own
would
mine?
get along famously.
What was that, Gothic?
Over here. How good are you at finding your own mines?
Been a while. It's been a while.
Don't worry.
You've never
it's
tried
fine.
finding the mines that you place everywhere.
It's
Aren't you
fine.
ever worried that you're just ever gonna step on one and kill yourself? Haven't already. Yes, how do you prevent yourself from stepping on one that you placed down, forgot about, and dying?
I never thought of that.
Well, it might be a
Fucks.
problem for you now. This rope has plenty of length left, and we need to put the ship down somewhere.
You guys are getting close to a house now, and you see it, and it's actually built into the like countryside, but there's explosions like all over. You just see craters like within walking distance of the house. Like you can tell this is probably where they lived.
Is that your house over here? Are there any mines around it? Oh my
Dear
fucking
God.
God.
You kind of see Baywater like poke his head over the side, and he's like, "All right."
But before anything else happens, another explosion in the distance.
Yep.
Hey, Baywater, are
Oh,
any
hey,
of
look,
your men
Just
trained
pink
in...
mist.
Like, how long has Baywater been here? Has he just, like, walked up
He
on it?
kind of walked up towards the end of it.
So, how... Do you have any men that have expertise in, detecting mines and whatnot?
I'm not sending them down there.
Oh, this is fucking great. Because
That's
apparently...
your guys' problem.
Yeah, because apparently Arir has surrounded this place with mines.
There's no path. It's like all been like washed over and stuff by this point.
So, like, is the house, like... Does it look like it's, like, nature's taken over, like, no one's been there in a long time?
Yeah. I mean, you look at it, it's not been kept up, but it might have not been kept up in the first place anyway. I mean, it is a rear, and
And
it's
Coinminer.
also Coinminer, so
I guess for my expectation, would I like? Is there any fresh craters that haven't had any grass grown in them yet?
I mean, there's still stuff blowing up randomly, so yeah.
Oh fuck, that's actually a good thing. Damn it.
I was like, huh, I will deduce where some mines have been recently. Oh shit.
No, I'm trying to figure out if Miner or someone else has been here in a while.
Is that somebody's helmet down there? That's like a fucking fucked up helmet.
The ship's come to a stop, right?
Yeah, and you're descending, but yeah, it's come to a stop. You're descending over the house.
Well, are you explaining this to like me and Goz or out of character? Okay.
So like
I could-
in
I
character,
could see him
what you,
doing it in character too, to be honest. So
but it's like he's kind of like it's like giving a TLDR of like it. And like you see
Cool.
that path there. I mean, I guess we like look over and see the
Yeah. We're just looking at it. I still don't trust it. Just so I assume that when you talk to us, you look up at us. Oh, okay. Well, if you were looking up, you would have noticed that Darius has walked away, and you then feel the rope start to shift as you start to lower down. You're like, no, no, I don't want to die.
but Cam, you do feel the ship start descending. So if you want to come up on deck, you can.
Yeah, at that point, Cam's gonna cover the top.
the second Gozik sees Cam, and I assume you start walking over towards the group.
There does seem to be a bit of a commotion over there, so
They're just screaming over one side of the ship from a rear, like, no, no, no.
what
So-
are you doing to the dwarf?
We're
Apparently, the area is laden with mines.
Damn it, your lucky day. Your wings are actually gonna prove a good use. You won't have to worry about minefields. We do.
Why is the area late?
It's a rear.
And his mentor.
Why is a rear hanging from a rope over the side of the ship?
He's upside down
There he
too.
Just so you know, at this point, Darius is like slowly letting the rope lower so that a rear will be the first one to touch the ground. So if it's a mine, it's a rear.
I can't agree with this course of action. I understand, but
I mean, it's cause for no harm.
Fuck. I'm morally bound to say this is bad, but I totally get why you're doing it.
Hey, they want to be a menace to society and potentially kill hundreds of people in this area alone.
what is the problem then?
We don't know a safe landing spot.
So we're gonna have to go there to his house on
So,
our
so,
own.
so the choice is step off and hope, or use a rear as a minesweeper.
And
Don't you know how to locate objects?
Well, then you best start locating objects.
He just literally is a minesweeper.
Yeah, we're just gonna hang it from the ship. And you're just gonna look
So
for mine.
I don't remember if it was Gaz or Arir that found the files everywhere and the purple
It-
worms, but
It was yeah, it was a rare.
I will say that it's supposed to find one object, but I guess Amir got a good roll or something
Yep.
in that.
Yep.
In this situation, they're probably partially his mines anyway. Look for Duskhelm brand mines. The entire area glows below
By
him.
the way,
Oh
Rear,
shit!
Rear, as you're being lowered, you look back for a moment, like down the path, and you see one of the mines like deploy out of the ground, and it like flies up, and then you're like, oh, we still
That
have
one worked!
it worked, and you just see it explode, like in the air, like it's not in the ground, it pops
It's a
out of the ground.
fucking bouncing Betty.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
dear God, why?
Wait, what triggered it?
Anti-aerial mines.
I'm gonna go find Baywar and tell him to stop descending.
Fucking in-ground
How high are we?
flak cannons, basically.
Yep. You guys are about 400 feet at this point.
And that.
But weirdly enough, it's a mine, so a sufficient amount of explosive force to get it that high would also detonate it.
wait, you mean your races don't have the technology to? Never mind.
Cam, do not give Amir any ideas, please. Cam looks up.
Cam looks up. Yeah, he's upside down.
Amir looks down up at Cam. God, that's fucking
nothing. Don't
funny,
worry
too.
about it.
Please do not give him any more ideas.
If you haven't been given that technology, I'm not going to give it to you.
I'm gonna kind of just whisper to Cam. So I've been talking to Arir. In the past 10 minutes, I have found out more about Arir's, let's say, explosive habits and care of life.
Or lack thereof.
Yes.
As another explosion goes off in the background.
Yep, you just hear it in the background.
Exactly.
Boom!
Like Gaza went from
Boom!
this dwarf is a bit crazy, but I guess he's okay. To I kind of hope he doesn't make it now, cause he's just a blight
Acceptable
on
losses.
humanity.
Darius is just gonna look at Cam like, this is why I'm using him as a mine detector.
I would like to, out of character, point out, Minnie, you've gone beyond neutral territory. You are now in evil territory.
Yeah,
He really is.
Just so you're aware.
I'm pretty sure Arir is chaotic evil, more so
Yeah.
chaotic stupid, but an official term, chaotic.
I mean,
evil.
if chaotic stupid was an alignment, I'm pretty sure most characters would be that.
Well, time to do something for
And you
no
guys are
absolute
starting
reason
to
whatsoever.
descend, and then all of a sudden you hear, "Hey, what are you doing? Get the ship out of here! What are you doing?"
Does a rare recognize this voice?
Yes, Arir does recognize this voice.
Cam's gonna lean over the side of the ship and we're making a pie. What does it look like?
You're not welcome here. A rear?
Oh god, it's back!
Fuck!
Uh, working on stuff? Of course. I mean, possibly. No. Both.
The nearest clearing I know is about 1,000 miles that way. What do you
Oh
think I would do?
yeah, and then you see him like you see like you can see the little you see a dwarf like disappear back in the house. And gone for like 10 minutes. Do you guys stop? Do you have Baywater stop descending?
I believe we would have Baywater stop
Okay.
descending.
Okay. And you see him come out. You see him like he has this little it's all like a wooden box, and he opens it up and he has like this rope. And it has charges on all the like little charges on this rope. And he's
They
like,
ghetto up a Miklik.
he made a Miklik. Yes, he made a medieval Miklik. So...
Fuck Waller.
And you see him like take like he takes the front end of it like at the and you see him like it literally has a spear on the front end. He pulls it out and then you just see him like, let's see how this works. I'm gonna roll. We'll see how this goes.
The spike ends up going into Aria's leg.
I doodle in Star Part 2.
So you guys watch
found,
as you see this dwarf like pick up the spear and he's like, and you just see him like chuck it and it goes like 10 feet and then just drops. Yeah. I never built it. Yeah.
I only concepted it.
Yeah.
Explosive assistance.
Yeah, it was we had a little charge that would launch it into the he's like yelling at you, like explaining like Urir would. Yeah, it would just launch into the
Yelling
sky. Yelling,
God, they are
explaining.
family, aren't they?
Doodle, for your information, he just pulled out a medieval Miklik
Okay, why?
because we're apparently landing in a minefield.
What? Who pulled it out?
We're at Aria's home.
This
Okay,
is Copper
that's-
Bottom.
Who pulled out the fucking Miklik?
Coinminer.
What?
Coinminer,
What?
Copper Bottom, same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Coinminer's alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here. Well, he's probably in the safest place you could possibly be.
I
An
wouldn't
active
call-
fucking minefield.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't call any of that even remotely safe, but okay, I'm assuming I've missed quite a bit then.
Not really.
I was
Mostly just continuing to berate a rear, apparently.
Oh,
I
okay,
was
okay.
I was literally about to have him face check the ground for the ship.
We need to do that.
Gonna use him as a sweeping
User
sled.
disconnected from
Can
your
we do
channel.
that? Is that an option? Is
That was
allowed?
going to be the option, but now a Miklik's been deployed.
I mean, we can still test the Miklik field with a rear's face.
And
Say maybe we strap some barbed wire to the front of his face first and then drag it across the ground?
so
Man, you made the fucking bard hate you. That's a bad fucking sign.
so as you guys watch it, it goes like 10 feet and he's like, and you see him like walk out to the field, like out along the wire or the rope, and he picks it up and then he throws it another 10 feet and then walks out and he's like, you see him just like marching this all the way across this field. And he finally deploys it, then you see him run back and he's like, well, I'm gonna light it now, so y'all might wanna, I don't know, get some cover.
I'm just gonna pull the rear up a little bit.
Hey, Rear, why are you upside down? Why are you hanging from the ship like that?
I'm assuming that it's still that sort of patchy bit of the ship.
Yeah. You sure? We can talk about it right now before I light this thing.
Light that damn thing already! Just shouting from
Man.
Derek.
Arrear, are they your friends?
That
Debatable.
might be a bit of a strong word.
Oh, you will. It'll be fine. And then you see him like this thing, and it like this rope on like parallel to the rope. There was a fuse, and you just see this like it's going down to each charge, and then yep, and all of a sudden you just see this massive just line of explosions, just boom, and just all the mines in that line go off, and it's just like just
The sheer concussive force launches
yeah.
a rear above the handrail.
Yeah, but you just see a rear go up, and then
There's just giving you that look of what the as you fall
and
back.
then you see him fall.
He does have a self-preservation instinct.
Yes, he does.
Shocking. Just not explosive related.
So Brexit, are you gonna let the rope go, or are you gonna try and make him so he doesn't fall?
I have resecured the line before this
Okay,
fucking thing went
okay,
off. I pulled him
okay.
up when he was saying, "Oh yeah, is he gonna detonate?" I was like, "Yeah, no, I don't." As much as I now have an alternative, this one is at least indebted to try and make it up to the party.
And and as you guys, as the explosion kind of ceases, so you hear Coinminer like screaming, like, "Whoa, that was awesome!" Oh, you have write down your observations when you get down here.
Somewhere in the north, boom.
Yep. You just hear another one. Well, you hear Coinminer. I think you all are good now. You can land, or at least low enough to drop your ropes, I guess.
Jesus fucking Christ. There's two of them.
Yes, there is. There's two of them. Okay.
I imagine it would be much easier if your feet were on the ground.
And you guys are now low enough that you guys can disembark if you want.
Cool. Arrear is still dangling from the rope, by the way. I've not let the rope go yet.
And you guys look, if you look over to Coinminer, he's like writing down his notes from the explosion and his observations.
I gotta.
How was it just like one line or
It was
But
one
it-
line, but it was a big box that he had. It was like a wooden chest. So,
in other words, how likely is it that it actually covered the entire area the ship's gonna be landing in?
pretty likely. I mean, as long as Baywater doesn't touch all the way down, you guys should be okay. So, and Baywater's like, I'm gonna pull the ship back up once you guys get off. So just signal or anything if you need help.
I feel like it would be more dangerous to land multiple times.
Well,
Well, with the ever-shifting minefield, yeah, probably.
yeah. As you say that, boo!
Land once, so that you're in one spot and you either it's safe and you don't have to try again, or
It is a big
or
ass
it's not
ship. I
safe and it
don't.
doesn't matter.
It's a big ass ship, and I don't think Coinminer cleared out a big enough area for the entire ship. He's basically given us a safe zone to fucking rappel down.
Yeah.
Yes, and that sounds like a you problem.
Oh, look at me! I'm a fucking dragon boy with my fucking flappy wings. Fuck off.
Anyway,
Should
so
get
who's
more
going first?
potions.
I guess I will, seeing as I probably have the higher chance of surviving one of these fucking things going off. Unless it's, it's a chain detonation,
Roll
then I'm
me
fucked.
an athletics check, sir.
Oh boy. I do need to log into Roll20. There we go.
I'll probably
Right.
go after Darius.
You're still
You're-
dangling.
This rope has come down next to you.
Yes.
Yes. That's a natural 20. That'll work.
Yeah, nope, you're good.
Just fucking rolled it. Just stopped like, hey! Don't need to check my fucking score. No, I have a +7 in athletics anyway, so okay, I was going to be relatively well.
Rolled an 8.
I got an 18 on that athletics check. Wait, what do you need to do a athletics check?
Me? I don't. I'm pretty
No.
sure.
No, he just flies. So
Flap, flap, flap.
yep.
So, so at least 2 of us are on the ground now, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm assuming you've sort of slunk back down back down the rope, Minnie. Riz just sort of slunk back. But you're not going to touch the ground either way, but you're closer to it if you slunk back down. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
We
As Darius, steps away from the rope to allow the next person down, he just quickly flips out the halberd, and you're now on the ground. It wasn't that far of a fall. Just, oh shit.
Yep. You're like, and you kind of get a little lightheaded, and you're like,
Like as he's like trying to recombobulate himself. Chain.
He's,
That-
I was gonna say when he's lightheaded, he's like, oh hey, I almost feel drunk again.
We're in an active minefield, and you're the sweeper dog. You're not getting the point I'm making. You're the sweeper dog. Yes, so you're not leaving my side. Because I don't think any of us want to have another incident with an explosion.
as you hear another one in the background, poof.
Darius just like turns his head towards where that sound came from. Just turns back. At least we have a higher survival chance if you don't go running off. We will wait for the rest of the party to come down the rope first. What?
Bad dwarf. Bad.
Do I have to issue instructions if I said we're waiting for the party? No.
The rest of the party disembark at this point.
Hey, Brexit, remind me to learn how demonic runes work better so I can make that a shot collar for you.
Son of a.
Make
Just
it so
tase his
that
ass.
anytime he tries to get a drink of alcohol, it just like tases him.
We just leave him a cursed item that shocks him every time he tries to touch alcohol.
No. No. We torment him more than that. We curse him, so anytime he finally takes a drink of alcohol, it turns to piss in his mouth.
Oh, that is horrible.
Hey, don't judge. He might like Budweiser.
Boom.
Shots fucking fired.
Arir, I think the point is, you're leading the way. We're gonna be in a happy conga line behind you.
Arir, the point is so that when somebody steps on one of these fucking things, it's you.
Again, you're the sweeper dog.
It's the
Um,
party just following
yeah.
behind you guys. Not far. If we're gonna be running running through a minefield, you're gonna want to be like close enough to get through it safely. We have a sweeper dog, so fuck it.
And you.
Why is that?
High yield.
You know what? We'll just have to hope it's one of the small ones, so it only takes your legs.
Hey, then we
Fuck
can
it.
call him.
Fucking Arir's gonna turn into
back on
that. Gonna turn into that fucking character from The Cold Road by fucking ZB Shaw. I got any legs!
No, because if it takes his fucking legs, it'll probably take his hands too, and then he can't make explosives anymore.
True, he is short.
Good luck.
Yep. Yep. Roll me a dexterity.
Like
Yeah,
in the
you guys
back.
make it. Make it to the house, and Coinminer sitting on his chair, like it's his whole soul, and he's an older dwarf, graying beard, very similar looking to to Rear. He's got patchy beard, and he's singed. You're understanding. Yeah, this is where Rear gets it. Well, hello, Rear. You look quite well. Here and there. Yeah. And he kind of looks to the rest of the party and he's like, not in front of your friends.
Yeah, see, that's concerning.
Oh,
It doesn't
don't
involve
wor-
us. It doesn't
Don't
Don't
involve.
worry. It's not in front of his friends. None of his friends are here.
Oh.
It doesn't involve a symbol with like circles going around a sphere, does it?
When he Waller, I cast Detect Thoughts on him.
Okay.
Ugh.
Is there anything I need to make a roll on that, or is it just
I can read this. I can read
yeah?
the surface thoughts. So basically, if he thinks like an "oh shit," well, how do they know about that? Yes.
Basically,
no,
that's
the generic,
that's
like
the
his first reactions is he's reacting to that and processing it.
you're getting the how do they know about this?
And any like "oh shit," I probably shouldn't tell them I've discovered it.
There's more of I'm just not going to talk about it. More than like I've
Probably a
discovered it.
yes, Darius.
Isn't there like a deep thoughts roll though?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna pry
Burn it,
deeper because then
yeah.
he knows I'm reading his mind, or rather, he can figure out I'm reading his mind. It's easier just to gamble that that's what it is.
Meinendorf military? Oh. Non-lethal to whom? Right.
Don't worry, you not telling people things is pretty much your forte, isn't it?
So, you want to introduce me to your friends here? And you see him, he sticks his hand out towards you, Darius, and you look at it, and it is just covered in just gunpowder, and it's got burn marks on it, scars.
I will grab his hand. I can
Make a
see why
con-
he's extremely flammable. Like indicating towards a rear when I say that. Like I'm talking to Coinminer and indicating
Yeah.
that I see why a rear is extremely flammable.
Yeah, and he's shakes your hand, and he grasps like the other side and just kind of like kicks
Gauntlet.
your gauntlet in just gunpowder. Oh, okay. Oh, Dracovian, eh?
What are you, Canadian?
Petition to make one half of the dwarfs Scottish and one half the
The
dwarfs
dwarf's
Canadian.
Canadian. The hill dwarfs are all Canadian. They're all from like that part of Alberta. Cash. Like the really,
No,
really like.
No, I demand that they're from Quebec.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, God.
no.
That is the wrong accent then.
Yeah.
Zach's just there like, fuck all of you.
No, because then we can like massacre them all, and there's no loss to humanity.
Fuck Christ.
But anyway, back to on topic. Coinminer looks right at you, Cam, and he's like,
User was kicked out of your channel.
Thank you. Anyway, been a while since I've seen one of your kind. I think the last time I was in a shear.
I
Just a thought.
rather imagine that would likely be the only place you'd see one of us.
Yeah.
It's
I
just a
was
thought.
doing some studying there, so they also contracted me for some other work.
Yes,
You-
I may have a bit of an idea.
You mean the construct with the dragon?
Oh, you've met him. How
Well,
is he?
wasn't a little bit broken.
Oh,
What, you repaired the dragon as well? You said that you said they're back and up and running. Like you fixed both of them. I'm sorry.
it was more of his companion because it is get lonely down there. Yeah. That. Oh, really? What did
And
he tell you? Oh. Time wizards?
Yes, this little dwarf seems to have a bit of a death wish.
Okay. Who's
Cam's gonna
Go
put
ahead,
one
Cam.
hand to pull some out of the pocket at the same time he extends the other to shake.
He'll shake your hand. Same thing to that. Just kind of covers
He's
it.
not gonna let Coinminer go and
Oh.
gonna
Okay.
press the little chip of obsidian against him. See how he reacts.
Ow! And he's like, ow!
You fucking bastard.
Yeah, I'm fine.
And pull it
No.
away. And as he lets go of Coinminer's hand, just look at what. Was it just like an edge of the obsidian, or did it actually like burn him?
It didn't burn him. It just like you punched him. He wasn't expecting it. It was more of like a reaction of surprise rather than.
you just sort of jabbed him with it. It was like, eh.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, who expects someone to jab them with the obsidian?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, come on
Cam
now.
didn't jab him with it; he just pressed it against him.
Oh.
Wasn't looking to get him with an edge.
Nothing happened then.
Okay.
Well, that's at least one possibility out of the way.
Everyone's here.
Hazar?
Hazard is indeed there.
Okay.
He's already in the rafters.
Okay. Oh. Where's Plode?
That's the other part of the reason.
He is now explode.
Oh. Do you not know about? Didn't I tell you about that, Arir? Not to do that. What you did? Yes. Yes. Or at least make it more than 5 minutes. I told you, and I even wrote it to you in a letter many times.
Well, a quick question about Coinminer.
Okay.
I assume I'm probably like up towards the front since I was like
Uh-huh.
second to get off. Does he smell drunk? I smell a lot of alcohol from him.
No,
Like,
actually, you don't.
do I smell any whatsoever? Like
It's pretty much very. It smells like gunpowder and cordite. Pretty much like you get that very much like there's explosives in the air smell.
That shit is ingrained in the walls,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah, that's pretty much what this place is.
Got it.
There's no open flames in this building.
No,
There is a reason for
there
that.
is a reason.
All light is magical.
Shit, where's Clint?
Yeah, where's Clint?
Well, looking around, yes, he is still outside. I make a general rule to keep him at least 10 feet away from you at all times, so...
Don't want you instantly combusting.
Yeah, Glint's at least useful.
Nobody likes the smell of charred dwarf.
No, I'd say that that's pretty appreciative.
For you, maybe.
It'd be an improvement, I think. The Coinminer says that's like it would be an improvement.
A massive one.
Hmm. Well, hello, Tazar. He sticks his hand out for you to shake, Tazar.
Lazarus just doesn't move up to meet him.
Oh well,
quiet.
I don't think Dazza wants to go crawling around in those vents.
He comes up, he's completely like just black from gunpowder and everything.
Tazza, your
Tazar-
race changed. You're
Tazar
now a
just-
drow.
Tazar just kicks a small pebble at the back of Rear's head.
Well, I see he lives up to the elves. So, how's your village, by the way, Tazar?
Supposed to be secret, but you know.
Apparently,
I've been
everyone
there.
and their mother knows.
I've been there. I've traded with them many times.
Really?
Yes.
And tell me, how did you survive meeting them?
Well, when I provide them their explosives, I tend to survive.
I didn't ask what your current relationship is. I asked how you survived meeting them.
That's how I survive. I provide them a service.
I stumbled upon them one day and just decided, and they wanted to kill me, but I said, "Look, bombs."
Yeah, basically.
Shit, they have too much in surplus. Like, these things really aren't what we want anymore, but we can't just blow them all up. Well, time to make some profit.
Anyway,
God, that sounds like the most dangerous activity in this household.
who's the other dwarf?
Boomsticks.
Boomsticks, you idiot. It worked for him before.
Boomsticks is still alive.
Technically, he works for me.
Oh, really?
Yes, after a strange tale of events, I came into possession in it to a factory. So he's currently like the foreman.
I see.
Porsche. Hostile takeovers.
Well, I don't know. Unfortunate Boomsticks is still alive.
Why is that?
Well, he stole my ideas.
You're shitting.
Oh
man.
shit! What a twist!
A few of them. No.
No, that was you stole that idea.
From Porsche, I believe.
Yeah, you stole that from Porsche.
No, you see him like, I'll show you, and he like walks off in one of the other rooms in the house, and he opens the door, and you see like all these drawings, and
Comes back with a tank schematic.
there's no tank schematics, there's like shell schematics, and
Ah, unique ammunition types.
yeah, yeah. Boomsticks was my partner at one point in time. That was before you were born.
Well, he's a bit. Well, him and the dwarven race are a bit down on their luck at the moment, so
Oh?
Forgehammer has fallen.
That can't be. I was just there. It was fine.
And by just there, you mean how long ago?
A couple weeks ago?
No strange tentacly faced creatures roaming around,
Not that I saw.
and you were in the actual major part of the city, or
I mean, the areas that I visited in the city, yes. My normal areas, like the markets and some of
They
my
still-
clientele.
they still allow you into the city?
I mean, they don't know that I'm in the city.
Fair enough.
Your clientele don't know that you're in the city.
No,
you're doing
the
business
city
with them?
government. No, the city government doesn't know I'm in the city.
Oh, unfortunately. Or
Aren't
guess
they
in a
part
way.
of your clientele?
No, I don't serve the Dwarven kings. No. Why would I?
Well, I think at
Imagine
this
the
point.
same reason he does. And Cam points to a rear.
We couldn't have taken him to see the Dwarven King for a very specific reason.
Like that our family is technically banned from Forgehammer?
That, yes, they did allow him to roam, though he did cause a kerfuffle amongst the blacksmiths of the city, and that is why the chain was made.
A kerfuffle.
You blow something up, Arir. That's unfortunate.
He was stealing tools.
Why were you stealing tools, Arir? You should have plenty. Do you need more?
This is the dad moment. You do not steal tools, Aria. I've told you.
You need more, and then you see him like disappear into the other room, and he pulls out like another toolbox, and he's like, "Here,
Just fucking
throws
yeets
it."
at him.
A banhammer. But you have your own tools. Why do you need to borrow stuff when you have your own, Arir?
They removed all explosives off you, and you didn't take your tools into the city.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
it, actually. That was what it was.
You're a fucking idiot.
That's not a surprise.
Oh dear, here, take these tools, and he just like packages them up and just shoves like a bunch in your arms. I mean, they're old. They're like one of his old sets that he has. Probably seen a lot better days. Some of them are like half just charred, or like it's missing, like a hammer's missing half of the actual hammer part of it, and it's just like half a hammer on a stick.
Half a hammer on a stick.
Yep. Interesting name. He sticks his hand out towards you, Scamos.
Are you the one that taught this fucking idiot to not tell people when, he keeps live explosives around them 24/7?
Would you believe me if I said no?
His danger sense is just.
You can tell you're a little spicy. Like you
Is
are.
he lying to me?
I mean,
like,
if
is
you
that
want
him
to
trying to,
make
like-
a, you want to make a check, you can.
Yeah, I will.
Insight check. Call me an insight check.
That'll be an 8.
God,
Yeah,
your
no
insight is
fucking clue.
trash. Holy crap. Well, he rolled a 4, so yeah, no, he's not lying to you.
And are you the reason he's a raging alcoholic, or is that just his own stupidity?
Again, would you believe me if I said that was not me?
In that case, Scamus will step forward and politely shake his hand with a slight bow. It is indeed a pleasure to actually meet the sane one.
I wouldn't call me sane.
Saner than him.
Take enough debris to the head. You're not all there.
Yeah, but you're still saner. You're still saner than him. So when he's my bar minimum at this point.
Well, you got to remember, he's still young.
Yeah, but there's also a difference between young and stupid.
He's nearly blown up the ship on multiple separate occasions. The last
A
one
rear.
nearly killed all of us.
Have I told? What did we talk about when conducting experiments?
Oh no, he wasn't conducting experiments. He just neglected to mention that his fucking robot stomping machine had a fucking suicide bomb inside it.
Not to mention all the dynamite that's been laying around that we had to find.
That's what I'm saying. Multiple occasions.
And you just see Coinminer looking over here. He's like, "Bro, we had discussions about this of keeping your workspace neat and tidy." As you look at his house, and it's not neat and tidy at all.
It's one of those do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, basically.
I don't think he's had a very good example in that regard.
You might be right, Darius. And he looks at you really quick.
He's like, yeah, no, I can't argue with that.
No. So anyway, what brings you here?
We were looking for the hidden passage into Forge Hammer.
Oh yeah, that's easy. Oh, Mike, I can take you there.
Well,
I told you this, Arir. You knew this. Did you forget?
Of course he forgets. He's a fucking useless alcoholic. How could he remember anything?
That you have to use your blood to open the door.
Oh good, can we use all of it? That Scamus is not saying that as a joke. It sounds like absolutely 100%.
And he looks at
Dead
you and he's like,
serious.
you want to keep him alive because you will need to get out the same way as you went in.
I mean, I have a vial. We can just put it in that.
I don't think Arir's deserve to die just yet.
That's
I mean, seeing as how Scamus is the one who technically saved all the lives on the ship compared to Arir's blunder, I can understand why he's steamed.
But he's just again, he's just young and hasn't learned. Cut him some
well,
slack.
maybe you can teach him a lesson that if he doesn't fucking share things like that with his friends, he'll find out the reason why he doesn't have any.
Did you hear that, Arir? So what did we learn here? What is your observations of what we've learned?
I'm just gonna hit him in the back of the head.
Just whoosh. Seriously, Arir, what did we learn?
Hit him again. You're gonna have a pretty big fucking welt on the back of your head if you don't fucking learn this lesson. That is
There we
helpful.
go. That helps. What else did we learn?
We had
And
that discussion before. Like the time you cut a hole in the side of the ship.
what else did we learn?
Career, I believe we covered this.
He's like, he's fucking Jimmy Neutroning. He's like, come on, come on, come on.
Coinminer,
Brain blast!
is there anywhere I can go walk that's not mined before we go?
Or where I just cleared it with the charges, you should be fine.
Anywhere back near, like, behind your house or something?
Oh yes, there's nothing around. If you stay in the house or just don't go off of the porches, you'll be fine.
Okay, I'm gonna go get away from this fucking idiot before I actually try and kill him. Just go when you guys are leaving, and I'm gonna direct that to Darius. And then walk up into Coinminer's house.
Okay. What did you do to make him angry, Rear? So he was possessed. Yes. Was he possessed? Yes or no?
He certainly
What is
left
Scamos?
Career's possession.
I walked into the Coinminer's house.
I know, but would have Scamos felt a presence, a demon presence from Blow potentially? Then
I never asked. I was more concerned
Mhm.
about not letting everyone on the ship fucking die. So that's kind of to the GM of if it's a passive, I would have noticed it if I thought about it. But
Yeah. He wasn't actively looking, so therefore that would be a no. No. Which is a sign of possession, but continue. We've discussed this, Rear. You wrote notes about this. Do you remember? I taught you what happens to constructs if they live more than 2 years. Yes. Yes.
What, are they like AI from fucking Halo? They go rampant.
Yes.
Out of character, yes they do, Brexit. To your post in Meindorf, where you were supposed to be.
Seeing as we picked him up in a mirror,
What were you doing in EMEA?
Also know they wanted him out of the way.
So you didn't get. Well, I apologize that he doesn't know what kind of fire he is playing with. Do I need to explain it to you again, Rear?
actually, I'm interested too now because usually when I've always been instructed to kill constructs when this happens, but never knew exactly why.
This is why. So, constructs. What do you all know about Warforged entities?
I've only recently learned about them from our Time Wizard friends, so not much. Other than that, they have a soul and were made by gods.
That is correct. What made constructs different was it was made by mortals. Mortals discovered a way to copy the Warforged process. The problem is Warforges were already sentient when they were created. Constructs are not. But over time, constructs slowly lose the ability to be controlled due to not understanding the complete science of building Warforged entities and only having a light grasp of how constructs work. The more experienced the craftsman like myself, the longer a construct can live without losing the ability to be controlled. So like that dragon you met, that's why he's not having any issues, is because I built him. What can happen though is if a construct goes and becomes sentient, it has the ability to be possessed by those of chaos if it goes too far. Yes. You didn't, did you?
He's just gonna get a thunk from the back of the head again from Darius.
How much? A rear. There's parameters for a reason. In only emergency situations do you do that.
You mentioned that the reason the dragon construct was long-lived is because you built him.
Yes.
That is no longer true.
Oh?
Aria fixed it.
Arir, what did you exactly do to it? And he's deadly serious. You've never seen this look on his face before. And he is.
Oh, you about to get scolded, boy. You're about to get scolded. Plot.
What rune did you replace it with? Uh-huh. What runes were you given to work on for that person? If I remember, weren't they explosive runes? There's power runes. There was a power rune and explosive runes that you got. That's right. Okay. I better. Yes, I did. You have. Let me see it.
We removed it from you because it had alcohol and explosives in it.
So who has his bag?
Uh,
Or did you leave it on the ship?
yeah. No, it was locked away, not even in fucking engineering, because the fact it had alcohol in it, and we were trying to sober you the fuck up.
Oh, you're trying to perform an intervention with the rear.
Yes, it has been grueling.
Very
They
interesting.
usually are. I've
Yeah,
tried it before. They usually
he,
are.
he does love to try and bribe his way.
Oh my god!
A hand lands
Connor
on
just
Rue's
looks
shoulder.
at him.
You also feel you feel a presence behind your head.
The gib slapping continues. Anyway.
Boom.
It's not quite connected, but you can feel it hovering there, ready to fucking go.
Rear, we talked about the alcoholism too, right? And how yes, and how it actually gets in the way of your work, and that you don't do your best work when you are drunk. Yeah, yeah.
I do believe that was some of the reasoning we used to try and convince him to go along with it.
Well, I was trying to impart my knowledge upon you.
A bit of sauce every now and again is fine. In moderation. Child. God. It don't taste good.
And this is why we don't drink alcohol. Rear.
Because we are literally coated in gunpowder. Then again, you have done some fucking disgusting things when alcohol's involved. Ugh.
Anyway. Anyway. So you need to get
That
into
horse will never be the
Forgehammer. What
same.
else? What else do you need?
Mm. What was it? The vault or whatever was down with the Durga?
You need to go find the Duragar.
Met them before. So
Creepy lot they are.
it might not be such a pleasant reunion.
What you need, son, is explosives.
To just tunnel our way through the Durga stronghold. The Durga like, son of a bitch! As the explosion is just going off.
I have a machine that can do that.
Oh dear God, why?
Yeah. It's an underground drill, a rear. No. I threw out your design because it was stupid.
The
were
backblast
drinking.
alone would kill you.
You were drinking when you made that design, remember?
That describes everything he does.
From our experience.
Where the explosions are what the problem is. The problem. You have no longevity of the equipment with an explosion internally. Yes, we have. It's important when you're building stuff for people. Like your constructs are rare.
There's a reason we don't ask him to build our stuff.
Good call.
Yes.
Good call.
I just love the fact that Coinminer is on our side, even though we
Yep.
all thought he was going to be some like insane fucking eccentric, according
I
to
mean-
your
Well, he is that
stories.
too, but
He is that, but he's a little more.
He's a reasonable insane.
Yes,
eccentric.
there's difference there. He is like Elon Musk. There you go. He is literally the dwarven Elon Musk.
Uh,
May also want to like teach him how to not strap explosives to everything he builds.
Well, he was dropped on his head as a child, so I don't think that'll fix anything.
how many times?
You know, that explains a bit.
Well,
how many times? Well, concussion force plus baby equals it goes flying.
Shit.
his parents were also very eccentric inventors, and this is where his font
What did they invent the Baby Shaker 9000?
the
Well-
2000 you were as well.
that was years later.
Not for you. You would need to build your own.
Did we ever get his mech suit lowered down?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Probably should get that. So he has
Well-
at least done
Well, we'll
his.
probably fly towards the entrance, won't we? So.
Oh no, the entrance is in the house. Yeah, it is. Literally in the basement.
A rear.
I'm an old lonely dwarf here. That is my wank shack.
Darius, how did you know? Just...
A rear. Cam pulls out a doll. Show us on the doll.
We are
No,
immediate.
not really.
Thing is, Waller jumps in on the derailment and he can't fucking help himself because.
That would be a good assumption. Rear. I think you might have gotten into another stash that might have been a little more than alcohol too.
Oh god.
Yeah, we know where his fucking drug addiction comes from.
Fucking.
Wait, what?
Coinminer's giving him that fucking stare down of, you fucking what, boy?
I legitimately didn't hear what you said.
He was referring to the fucking bark that he lit on fire and smoked and got high. The one that was preceded by an absolute ass beating.
Well,
Yeah.
Arrear. What's... Would you guys like some dinner?
I mean,
You
he's
have
not,
to
Darius,
ask that question, Arrear.
Darius is not even gonna hit him. He's just gonna yank the chain. What?
He's a
Mhm.
straight edge dwarf. Well, forget about this. Coinminer is a straight edge dwarf. Yeah.
Anytime you attempt to involve alcohol in any situation, Darius is going to either yank on the chain or hit you. You will learn by the numbers. I will fucking teach you,
All right, Early.
motherfucker.
All right,
I know. Like I started saying it, and then as the words came out, I went, "Oh shit! I'm just fucking quoting here now."
Well, I
Now
will
get
go
on
make
your
some
feet,
dinner
man.
for everyone, and I will let you have a discussion in here, and you see Coinminer disappear into his kitchen.
Oh, everyone's come inside now.
I think we've all been in the house already. We've all been still inside the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Was this like a one-story?
it's a 2-story house, and then there's a basement.
Okay, well, when they came inside to join me, then I would have relocated somewhere else in the house.
Okay.
You know what? Fuck it, Waller. I'll let you decide that one.
Roll me a
Said I don't know
d20.
Oh boy.
That's a natural fucking 20, Waller. So I would like to have stumbled into Arrear's room, please.
Stumble into Arrear's room.
Why is everything sticky?
like I wasn't gonna go there with that. I was gonna
You.
I was gonna say it's
Plot
it's
twist.
like
This is
pink.
about to get dark. This is about to get dark quick, and I gotta make it dark because my food's on its way. But plot twist: Arrear's room was the wank shack all along.
Oh, while you've been away. Oh,
That's
Since you've
bad.
been gone.
just because it was your bed.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pet rock on the bed.
Gamos, you also notice that there is that symbol that Arrear was trying to show the dragon in his room, and there's an equation written on the wall already.
I'm going to
Delete that shit.
copy the equation onto the sheet of paper, like with the atom on it. I'm gonna take the paper then off the wall, roll it up, pocket it myself, and
Okay.
then scrub the equation out of the
Okay.
wall.
Why would you do this?
Why would I do this? Because it's great, because he's drunk and he doesn't understand what he's actually done. It's great.
It wasn't Coinminer that initially developed this,
No.
was it?
No.
Oh fuck!
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Arrear wiped out half a
Anything
fucking
else of
continent.
interest in here
Oh
now
dear
that I've seen
God.
that and copied that? Is there anything else of interest in the?
Not that I could think. There might be like a little toy of like construct that Arrear was probably building when he was a child.
Like completed and it's working?
Well, it's not working, but it's like deactivated.
You know, until he mentioned that, I was actually going to be nice and slightly extend an olive branch.
Oh God.
I was literally about to go, I'll bring that down to Arrear, but now I'm debating chucking it out a fucking window.
You know what? I've just realized who Arrear's character reminds me of. It's the fucking WoW boss from the fucking Nomuragon dungeon, the one that just throws fucking walking bombs at you.
Oh,
That's
God.
who you fucking are.
Yeah.
And you have a mech suit now. You literally are him.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
leave-
god.
I'm gonna leave Arvir's room at that point, and
Okay.
I'm going to head back downstairs, walk past to the party, like probably slightly a little tenser looking than I should, and head straight into the kitchen to talk to Coinminer.
Okay, so you see Coinminer, he's making like stew. He's working on it. It's got some gunpowder in it. You see him like trying to take some of it out, and he's like, "I'm sorry." And he's like, "Would you like to help?"
You know what? I will,
Okay.
but then I'm gonna ask him when the last time he was in Arvir's room was
Why?
to answer the question.
When Navir was here last time, probably what, 10 years ago?
Did you go into his room a lot, or have you just
No.
kind of left it since?
Left it alone.
And you have any ideas on what he was working on before he left?
I mean, a lot of different things. Trying to.
Specifics, like that symbol thing that Darius was talking about. Like, had he ever started working on anything related to that?
I tried, but I walked away from it, and maybe Arir found my notes on it. I don't know.
What notes did you have?
Well, they're. And he's like, I can go get them.
I would appreciate that, but not. Please do not let Arir see them.
Okay. So he's gonna go and get them and come back.
Okay.
And he has a whole book of it, actually.
I'm gonna take it and just quietly start paging through it real quick and look at him. Do you mind if I hang on to this to look through it a little more?
Sure.
And I'll pocket that as well. And I'll continue helping him and go, so you
Yeah.
never really checked his room after that or anything like that?
No reason
Was
to.
it looked like he had spent a lot of time working on kind of tilt my head slightly towards the book in my pocket.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he got anywhere with it, but he's been diehard focused on it since that point.
Interesting.
But it's rare. What do you expect?
The only reason I stopped was it was unstable.
Yeah, that's what we were told, but such is life. And I'll drop the conversation and resume to helping cook. And I will be
Okay,
right back
and
as well.
Yep.
Make some stew.
Makes the stew. While Hallsworth goes and gets food, is there anything else anybody else wants to do?
Hmm. Just gonna grab him by like the scruff of his shirt, lift him up, and walk towards the front door. I'm gonna step outside. I'm gonna drop him. Unfortunately, while we're attached, you're peeing outside. I hope you have a spade. What was that? It came out a lot quicker.
As
we're
you
like,
guys
"No
are outside, you hear another explosion. Just pew!
Jesus Christ, this place. Well, it wouldn't be Jesus Christ, would it? But, you know, whatever
And I'm back.
acronym.
Anyway, see him look. The Coinminer brings out stew and bowls for everybody. He's like,
Oh,
go
praise
ahead, and Scamos helps him, and y'all like some stew? The nitrates from the gunpowder make it grow. Gives it an interesting flavor. He kind of hands the stew out to everybody. Yeah.
I think I'll pass.
Sure.
Wait.
Hazar? Yeah, carried you a bowl.
I'm gonna be eating mine.
Yeah.
Seeing Scamos eat it, it's like
Guys, I'll pass.
Hazar will pass. Okay.
I do not
Darius?
wish to explode.
Oh, you won't. It's fine. It actually makes you a lot more alert.
I question what is in it then.
Well,
I helped cook it. Nothing too dangerous.
Fair enough.
you take it, Darius.
Yes.
Okay. Gozik?
Oh yeah, I take my bowl and like the first thing I do is like cautiously grab a spoonful and just like sip a little bit. How does it taste?
I mean, it's got a gritty. It tastes like a stew, It's got some. It's got like it's very tomatoey and maybe some carrot, but it has like a grittiness to it a little bit that you're not used to. Like that. You could probably see that there's like a little bit of I wouldn't say sediment, but there is something similar to that in there. So, but other than that, it's actually not bad. Like it's a pretty decent stew.
Yeah, so I just started taking it like with my mouth like kind of full. It's like, this is very good.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty if you want more.
I
So
was
do you
like finally happy to have like dwarven, at least
dwarven
somewhat.
food? Yeah. So is there any?
So it's just a seasoning at this point.
Just shake it off if you were. That's what you used to do.
He's like,
Anyway.
when you're like doing that, you just like you have a stare from Gaza. It's like, what the fuck?
He's coated in gunpowder.
I'm good.
Well, what else can I help you Arrear's friends with? As you guys are just eating and he's eating his bowl, but if there's any other questions or anything, now is probably the time.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. I don't practice that kind of magic, Arrear. You know this. Oh, I mean,
No, I do have these! And he pulls out fucking cell phone.
just a cell phone. It's like, what? Well, you know how the life is. You have to go where the work is. I was off to the east for a while. For Shkova. new techniques, stuff I'm going to try. Interesting. Interesting. I will send it to you in a letter if I do. Like I always do. Apparently you don't read them. You got, sounds like you have a lot of things to do at a later date over here. So what are you working on right now? You have no other projects going? That's unlike you over here. Well, what were you working on? Interesting. Interesting. Anything else you're working on? We're going to make Plode fly. What's Cam's reaction to this, like hearing about the nightmarish pig flipping puppy and explosive boots on Plode? Like, what do you do, Cam, to that?
You touch that puppy,
Cam
you
just
die.
Oh. Go ahead, Cam.
Sorry.
Cam just leans over and just a single hair on Nix's head is singed. They won't find any pieces of you. And Cam leans back.
Kind of wets himself a little bit.
Arir, you may want to go on to like maybe the mech suit that you were working on.
Mech suit? Built a mech suit?
Built.
Yes. I know, I've built some.
You know, do you remember
Yeah.
who you're building it for, Arir?
Oh.
Who was he building it for, Gozik?
Oh, you know, boomsticks.
Of course. And you see him, like, grip his bowl a little bit tighter and the spoon a little bit tighter. It's like, I'm gonna...
I guess in a way you could say your son kind of got back at boomsticks. Rear, what's the name of this company again? No, this was before we took them over.
I was gonna say, and you own this company now?
I do.
I see.
Yeah, it's been very interesting.
Where is Porsche? It sounds like they're from Osterich.
Yes. In Osterich.
Interesting.
Wallenstein, if I remember correctly.
Well, good for them.
Part of the reason why or Darius mainly took them over.
Yes, they weren't very appreciative of watching, a small army of crusaders march straight through their main gate.
Huh. I was gonna ask you about that. So, are you a knight of one of the holy orders?
I was.
Was. Interesting.
Started to rebuild the order, and then, well, it just sort of got more complicated and went
Well,
downhill from there.
I do complicated, so what happened?
Turns out the deity that my religion follows was not actually a true deity yet.
Interesting.
He was sealed away, and I ended up releasing him. And, well, he seeks to destroy not just this world, but all planes. And basically bring them all into his idea of order.
Sounds like somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed when he got released.
He is the brother of the god of chaos.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's two sides of the same coin by the looks of it.
This is why I don't worship any gods, and he's just like sitting there like sipping his soup, his stew. Too complicated.
Kind of raised into it.
Don't worship any gods or don't acknowledge any gods?
Both.
That sounds unwise.
Why do you say that?
How is rather like giving a rude gesture to the king as you pass by, I suppose?
Well, you see, when your family has no religion or has no teachings of that, you tend to not believe in gods or anything.
Oh, trust me, I was pretty much the same way until I interacted with a few, so I changed my perspective on things.
Don't get me wrong, the dwarven gods, if you follow them, they're a thing, but our family chose not to, and that was part of the reason why we were kind of excommunicated from Forgehammer. I mean, we could just make one up. Wouldn't be that hard.
Were you saying that as
As Coinminer.
that
That's like
isn't quite how that works?
that's exactly how that works. You just make up a god and then go and preach about it. Isn't that what you all do?
Like, no, I do not wish to die here. Thank you.
Isn't that how it works? He's like still enjoying his stew and like he is completely just nonchalant, like does not give a fuck.
Have a communion with gods that you didn't believe in, and see if that happens. You know, see if you still keep the same ideal.
Well, if a god does show up, I'll sure at least have a talk with him, I guess. If not, I'll just continue what I believe in.
It's the Pope. Oh fuck.
Knock knock, it's Europe.
That would not be a good time for the Pope to show up.
No, it would not.
I mean, there's a ship and a minefield, so. And you would also hear a cruiser probably shooting at people, so.
Like, son of a bitch! Poof, 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 poof.
Coinminer, I have a question that I don't know how you're gonna take. It's about oh, I need to figure out how to pronounce this. Aurelian.
Rally.
Or Alright, yeah?
Supposedly contracts are not favored there, and if I'm not wrong, unless I'm not remembering correctly, you had a hand in this.
Well, actually, you're weird, Ed.
What?
You don't remember, do you?
Today we have learned something new. Avir doesn't remember jack shit.
It's all the alcohol.
What do you mean new?
Load 1.0?
Oh boy.
Don't you remember? That was an Aurelian. Yes. It exploded, yes. You blew up a church with a bunch of children in it, is what happened.
And
Don't
he's
you
not
remember?
chaotic evil how?
Don't fucking remember.
Doesn't remember. Because I had to cover for you with Petrus? By the way, have you met him?
Oh yeah, we have. Seems like a nice person.
Yes, he is.
Now King Petrus.
Oh, father died? That's
The-
unfortunate.
City was attacked by orcs.
Oh. Go ahead.
Crazy
What was your
magical-
question? Go ahead, but sorry, Darius.
During this conversation,
Uh-huh.
does it seem like Arir's memory has been modified in any way?
Roll an insight check for me.
I'll be a 19.
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah, son.
Okay.
You are a living meme, Minnie. Shut the fuck up.
I'm just gonna quietly, as this realization comes across Scamos, just set my spoon down and just keep watching and letting the conversation go. But I'm much more intently focused on Arir now.
Yeah. Yes, you did. That was load 1.0. That was an Aurelian, yes. Yes, because guess what? You didn't build it correctly like I told you to.
It
Great
gets
how that works.
gain sentience as well.
Yes.
Do
Too
you
bad I
recall
wasn't
when
there.
you said that it was Coinminer's fault that constructs weren't allowed in Aurelian?
Ooh, you just got fucking called out.
Yes.
Yep.
No, it was said that it was the last time a construct was there. You said it was Coinminer.
Fucking. You mean the dinner that you were clambering across the table for the alcohol
This-
for?
Is it we're starting to get more distressed by all this stuff that
I don't know. Are you, Minnie?
Learning the truth.
but do you seem confused? Like periodically. I don't know anything that's happening.
That was me?
Arrear. Go step into the kitchen for a minute.
Oh no.
Arrear. Just do it.
And this is how a rare dies.
They do better with cinnamon.
Oh, hey, over here. Can you bring me more soup?
Let him go for a second, Darius.
Okay.
Are you going with him, Scamos? Or are
No,
you staying
I am
in
not.
Here? Okay.
I am staying in the room. I'm sending Arrear only out.
Okay.
And as soon as Arrear is like in the kitchen door is shut, like he can't hear us anymore, I'm gonna turn and look at Coinminer.
Okay.
You have one chance to answer this question,
Microphone
properly,
muted.
or I'm
Okay.
going to set him on you. And I'm going to point at Cam. And if he decides to do the questioning, it's going to get interesting quickly. Who modified Arrear's memory?
I was wondering if you guys were going to ask that. What if I told you it was a curse?
Oh, this got
Cam,
interesting.
I think you know what spell we might need for this.
Does Cam actually know that spell?
Considering he's used it
Yes.
on me.
Do you have any idea how many times I've used that spell?
Microphone
Oh, right, you mean
activated.
zone right.
Yeah.
Sake.
Jesus. Whoosh.
Sorry. No, I was thinking that you were applying a different spell. That's my bad. That's on me.
Command. No.
I command you to tell the truth.
I need to open up my character sheet real quick. Oh no, I don't have it anymore.
No.
All right. So you guys, you gonna cast Zone of Truth on Coinminer?
Well, it's going to be on the whole room, so.
Not quite yet.
What kind of
Gamos.
curse? Yes.
I prefer to have some form of discussion before I volunteer like this.
Voluntold.
Well, considering the fact that Arrear's memory has obviously been modified, and someone, we don't know who has done it, I pose the question of, do we trust Coinminer enough to take any answer she gives us at face value? Because I, for one, am very sick of all of the half-truths and half-stories we seem to get from everybody we talk to.
That's a riot coming from you.
A very epitome of deception right there.
While
Throwing
that might
shade.
also be true, I would say a lot of my deception is based around keeping myself alive, given my situation. And if
I
that's
do
the case,
believe
on what
at
they've
this
done.
point that we have proven that that's not a concern.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. They censored Boomer.
What?
What?
They censored Boomer.
What?
Where?
They censored Boomer.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Oh,
They
I'm
Throwing
censored
the
scroll-
boomerang of
oh.
shade.
All right, Cam.
Anyway.
Sorry.
We can do it this way then too, if you like.
No.
If you trust him enough, just to have his
Oh,
answers.
I don't trust him farther than I can throw him.
In that case, if you decide to use Zone of Truth and we get our answers from him,
I'm
I'll
not
let
lying.
you ask the ones you want on me.
Why would I lie to you all? It's a familiar. It's a
There
familiar.
is no need to jump right to that. As I've
One-
told you before, I only use that when absolutely necessary.
Does absolutely necessary include possibly having an answer as to why a rear in his bedroom before I copied and destroyed it had a certain formula solved? And I'm going to pull the sheet of paper out that's got the atom on it with the completed equation.
And
what is this?
Coinminer is looking at it like, no way.
What do you mean, no way? You've been living in this damn house the entire damn time.
Dwarves have somewhat of a privacy thing.
Yes.
Rooms can be completely dusty when you get back sometimes.
When this kind of information is in play, I personally feel going straight to the most extreme measures is an adequate response. Because we need to know that the truth is coming from the source and not be played.
I'm gonna point to the piece of paper. I'm just gonna start asking away. Is this part of the reason why Revere's memories have been modified?
No.
I'm going to pick the paper back up and put it back in my pocket after showing them.
And you said there was a curse. What is this curse?
It was a curse that was put on the original royal family from Forgehammer.
By who? With the
The new
accompanying
royal
insight check.
family before Jammer. Roll your insight.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Can I do the same as well?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
can. If everybody wants to roll insights, they
7.
can.
16.
Kazik, you recognize that, like, yeah, that's completely possible.
Because
the other two, you're just like,
Thronebreaker's a dick.
mm-hmm. And that whole family are known for being just that.
Dicks.
Yeah, basically.
Guess it's a good thing they're fucking dead.
Oh,
Apparently.
Thronebreakers are dead?
Remember, well, I hope so. There's still
Well,
a possibility.
remember, he said he was there the last 2
It's
weeks.
not something I would be saying out loud. Actually, this conversation wouldn't even make sense in character, so
So you got to remember, he said he was in Forgehammer like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We
I
heard
thought-
that news. What?
I thought that was like under 2 weeks ago.
No, it's been longer than that.
No, because we went from fucking. We got the news in a rallying. Went to fucking.
Okay, I
Ashir,
probably
Norvik,
should have
and then
asked
Comeback.
about that because I had in
It's
my
fine.
head. Whoops. In that case, I.
You can back up if that's cool then. So that's cool.
But yeah, basically going back to me saying, well, that doesn't surprise me one bit.
But
Yep.
we did find dwarves and Carbon in Norvik, so who
They
knows?
would have corroborated that, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would have said that they
Yeah.
reported that the city was attacked. They basically doubled up on it.
They got moved there after it was attacked. Basically, is what happened. And they did tell you that, like they moved them from Forge Hammer after the city fell to Norvik.
So how did he go there? Unless he means he just went into the city and didn't
Mhm.
actually interact with people, that might be a different situation. But he didn't see any Illithid, so
Or maybe it's like the case of Norvik in a way where it's all a perception. And
yeah,
no
they're
reason.
all keeping it hidden.
Yeah, it's basically like
And I mean, with mind flayers, mind control
So-
is a thing, so
what does
Hmm.
this curse exactly do?
Well,
Well,
it makes you see him sitting there, and he's like, "Best way to explain it. When our family drinks, they develop long bouts of amnesia."
this
And
sounds like normal heavy drinking.
but this amnesia, you don't remember anything at all, like any detail
And it's why you keep
whatsoever.
sending him
And
letters
most
to
people
remind
call
him.
that being blackout drunk.
I hate to argue against you, Cam, but I figured you would remember doing something as you would have done in Aurelian, even if you were drunk.
I'm having issues hearing people.
I would argue that even if I were to be a drunk like a rear, I would remember what would have I'd done in Aurelian. Arelon, I have it.
Have you seen how much a rear drinks?
Yeah, I know, but still. Is this out of character? Was it explained that Coinminer was part of Arir's family? Like, actually, just
He's his
renamed
uncle, technically.
So,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong here, Coinminer. You're technically his uncle, right?
Yes.
So you're under the same curse, right?
Yes.
So
That's why I don't
didn't-
drink.
That's why there's no alcohol. smelling.
Yes. Tried to explain that to Rear, but he wouldn't listen. He wanted to be like all the other dwarves that he interacted with.
Yeah, except he takes it to excessive level. That's probably a good thing we're getting him over.
Yeah.
Unless he remembers. Yeah.
Scarabos is like,
I'm
oh
gonna
no.
voice that to the table and just go, yeah. Like, now posing the very serious, like, you guys can tell based on the look he's giving you all, like, we might need to seriously consider letting him get his memories back.
Or not get his memories back.
Yeah, because if he remembers that formula with the level of stupidity he already has, think about the damage he's going to cause.
We're gonna have to
David, I
either
still don't know what that formula means.
Coinminer looks at you, Cam. Utter devastation is what it means.
Was Cam there for the discussion we had with the
Baywater.
Baywater? Yeah.
I don't think so. Or you? No, he wasn't, because he was off doing his
Oh.
So
lamenting
Cam,
about his parents kind of thing.
I don't want to explain too much because the thought of it kind of, is not good. Imagine this whole continent gone.
imagine the other continent that is nothing more than a wasteland now because of it.
Yes. That is what a rear. I point at the piece of paper where he would have stashed it. That is what that could do. That's why Arrear cannot remember that.
It would be helpful in your guys' struggle, though.
I think it's a bit too much power.
It's a good last resort. We absolutely have to stop Victor.
Now, not a character question. You're saying formula. Do you mean like a mathematical formula?
Yes,
Or
it's
you,
like the actual
an alchemical
calculations
formula?
required.
No,
like,
it's a
it's the
mathematical
mathematical
formula.
and chemical. It's basically the formula and information that's needed to, in this world,
Basically,
make
make a
the boom
nuclear.
go boom.
Yeah, make a nuclear weapon. Basically.
Because to make a nuke, it takes more than a formula.
I know, but it's the math to make it stable, is what it is. Is basically Arrear
That is
found
going
the
to
way
be a
to.
lot of paper.
It's a lot. It's a lot of paper, but to hand wave it to make it simple. It's the formula to make it stable.
And it probably involves
and
magic in
delivery.
some way or another.
It's something
Yes.
on the order of E equals MC squared level of as
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
E equals MC magic.
E equals magic squared.
Magic squared.
E quadrupled equals magic squared divided by the theory of 1,000 suns.
Also, Coinminer, if you don't mind me asking, but why is there so many mines around here?
Do you
And no
really want to
coins.
take a guess?
I'm gonna say you may have a lot of enemies. Or Arrear.
Partly, and Arrear.
Arrear would make a lot more sense, but
Yes.
knowing Forge Hammer and Aurelian.
Well, and there's also the whole hills here having raving bands of bandits and other things. This is my protection.
Getting back on topic. First question is, knowing what we know, do we want Arrear to get his memories back?
Oh, if we keep him sober, he's going to remember one way or another. But
Why do we need
That's-
his? Let's start with why do we need his memories back?
well, originally it was to get into Forge Hammer, but we all now know how to do that.
Waller, who was the person that told us we needed Arrear to be sober to remember the way in?
Angels. Technically.
Actually, I think the angel said that, like through his subconscious or something, he can remember. I don't think.
Yeah,
I think.
the angel said he knows but doesn't know he knows, and Baywater said he has to be sober, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe that's why.
There's a combination of the two.
So were they talking about the way into Forge Hammer, or were they talking about the piece of paper?
Both.
That's a conundrum now, isn't it?
Point being, is it worth the risk, I guess is what I'm asking.
Is there anything we need from his mind that we can't get just to ask from Coinminer here?
I don't know. That's the gamble, I think.
I'm just gonna like kind of just like in a low whisper go check up on Arrear real quick.
So what is Arrear doing?
Well, we know what you're looking for, motherfucker.
Arrear the, or yeah. So I get like the kitchen door. I open the door and like closing. It's like you hear the door.
Mm-hmm.
Arrear, what are you looking
Isn't
for?
this a dwarf house?
Yes.
So wouldn't the like upper cabinets be within arm's reach of a dwarf?
Yes.
Arrear is just extra small.
Arrear, what are you doing? Are you looking for alcohol?
No evasion, nothing, just yeah.
Yup. Yup.
Oh God. Arrear, stop. But yeah, I'm basically just making sure he doesn't find any alcohol, just in case we want
Yeah.
him to remember. So basically, with that, I'm gonna keep him like in the kitchen. I guess the conversation can continue with Coinminer. I was mainly doing that, making sure he wasn't listening.
Yeah. So, you guys have any more questions for Coinminer?
Screw the cry. I think we're past the Coinminer phase and into the what do we do with the rear, because no one has really voiced an opinion other than like, well, do we need him to remember anything? Actually, I do have a question for Coinminer then. How much did you remember once you got sober?
Everything?
Alright.
It took a while. I mean, it was a couple weeks after, you know, I was out of my system, but yeah.
Oh no, something exploded.
Yes, you just hear in the background.
Hear Wilhelm scream in the distance.
I mean, I suppose the worst comes to worst. If he starts to remember anything we don't want him to, we can just shove booze in his mouth.
Just
Open.
like in Coinminer's just like, it's unfortunate, but it was something that they wanted. It was a way for them to control our family.
I feel like it would have been easier just to kill the remainder.
Oh, they killed a lot of us. They couldn't find. There's a few of us they couldn't find, and that is where that's where we descended from, was those that were able to avoid capture. So they just cursed the family. Dwarves can't drink, you know, and dwarves drink and then they don't remember, you know, they're not a threat.
Who did they have versus you?
We don't know. Somebody with a lot of power.
Ah, fuck.
I mean, you can roll if you want to roll like a lore check there, Halls. You could. And
First, I want to cast Detect Magic and on a really tight, like very like scrutiny level fucking observation on him. I want to see if I can see any like trace of the curse.
Go for it.
Okay. So since I can sense the presence, do I see anything? Notice anything? Anything like that coming from him?
He's got, it's not actually really noticeable to you. You notice there's like a tinge on him, but there's no, like, whatever this is, it's beyond something that you've seen. Like, this is old.
What school is it from?
Yeah, we'll ask that. Since
As I didn't think you all would fucking ask. I'm going to have to do that now.
I mean, that's
thanks,
what
Cam. I
detect.
really appreciate the addition there, buddy, because I forgot it did that.
Yeah.
Did you not read the description of the spell before you cast it?
I read the first part of the description, then went right. Yeah, that'll do what I need it to do.
Yeah, you gotta remember.
I really
Magic
didn't
has that bit.
care too much about the school part.
Honestly, it won't actually tell us anything useful.
I mean, it'll tell us the school.
Yeah, but what we can do with that information?
I mean, have a general idea of who probably fuck around with the magic.
Wait, the school
if
is
it's
useful for
necromancy.
telling what something might do. It's not really useful for telling us anything about who cast it or how they did it. We already know what it does.
But then we're going to go with option meme as my next one. As soon as Waller's done looking up the school.
I'm gonna guess evocation, honestly.
It's evocation, yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go with Operation Memes then. And I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to cast Dispel Magic on the curse.
At what level?
I'm gonna cast it at
Hmm.
4th level,
Okay.
and then if it's the curse was 4th level or lower, it's automatically dispelled. If that'll work, and if not, it's a DC 10 plus the spell's level versus me doing a spell casting roll.
Arcana
Okay.
check.
And I rolled a 26 for my dispel magic.
Okay. And you see Coinminer look at you. Trust me, Scamos, we've tried
And it's
many
worth a shot.
times.
Yeah, it was worth a try.
What were you doing there, Cam?
I was going to see if I recognize what spell Scamos was casting.
What'd you roll? What'd you roll?
There it is. 21.
Yeah, so I
It's
mean,
dispel magic.
yeah, it's dispel magic.
Microphone muted.
Do I remember any kind of demonic curses that would fit along these lines?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana.
I suppose I should probably see if I remember anything
13.
along those lines too.
Okay, 13. Go ahead, Cam.
I can assume also Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
Total of 20.
So you guys have heard like there is beings that would do this that would be demonic. There's also wild magics too that do exist out there that aren't really, they're known but they're not really studied, and they kind of fall into that evocation or necromancy is kind of one of those two. But with this one being evocation, something like it would have to be a really really high spellcaster, like somebody that has a lot of, so like a really powerful wizard or a sorcerer or a pretty high level demon. Scamos, like you would recognize that, like
Does
if it's an,
does it seem like it's demonic in nature?
you can't tell. All you can really tell, it's very old.
Microphone activated.
It's a great old one.
Yes.
Any ideas?
Did you just say yes?
Yes.
Any ideas, Ham?
Nothing done intentionally.
Oh no, I meant like, do you have any idea who maybe put the curse on them, like Origin or anything like that?
Like from what your knowledge, Cam, like it would be a pretty high, like an old dragon, like the one that you guys met in Ashir, like old, or even something beyond like that age. Like that would be
It
what
would
you would be able to get, like from what you were able to glean from it, is like this is
have to be something. I know not what specifically, but be very powerful. Possibly. What was the dude's name? Of course, it's not on this page. It's on the other one. Possibly Rashkol. As he is now, could do it.
Any ideas on if someone that powerful then would be able to break it?
Don't know. Magic can set in and become more difficult to remove over time. It can weaken and become easier. It can warp and do other than what was intended. Without being able to see it and study it, I couldn't begin to well, have an idea.
It's just barely visible. Whatever it is, it's hidden very well.
It's either very weak or very well hidden.
I'm gonna go with very well hidden, considering if it was that weak, you'd figure a Dispel Magic would crack it.
And I want to say something, but it'd be metagaming.
Still has its own limitations. One of which being that it is more focused towards organized, structured spells rather than wild magic.
I didn't really
Can work, but
I didn't really think about wild magic. I thought more along down the demonic magic kind of path, but
well, any magic gone already can fall under wild magic.
yeah, fair. So, any ideas on how we could break it, or is this one of those like we're just gonna have to hope we can find someone powerful enough to negotiate a deal?
Honestly, the most effective way I can think of offhand is find something stronger. And ask. At the very least, they should be able to tell what would be required.
Hey, Wally, when did this takeover happen?
Oh, it was a couple hundred years ago in terms of like it was
Only been like what, one generation?
2 generations. So and dwarves can live a pretty long time. But yeah, it was at least 2 generations.
So
Microphone muted.
Wait, 400 years, 2 generations.
Should be.
You know a human generation is like 25 years, right?
Yeah, but dwarves live a lot longer. Dwarves can live, they have a longer lifespan.
Yeah,
350 years.
What age is maturity though?
50. So which makes Arrear basically
I guess.
a young adult.
Yep, that's why Rear's acting the way he is. Like
Rebellious
Coinminer was probably Coinminer would have been like a generation, but he would have probably been like the descendant. He's a main descendant from the people that actually ran away, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so were Rear's parents, and Rear was just the next gen. So problem is Rear is the last gen too. For
And
the
that's
dust
unlikely
comes.
to change.
Ha ha.
like, I guess I kind of want to get
Microphone
Kazu back in 'cause
activated.
I want to find out this information.
But
so
I think we might want to start wrapping it up because it is pretty late already. So, and someone for like Cash because it's almost like 11 his time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got any questions over here, I guess we can bring Gauze back in, or if we can wrap it up, then we'll call it for the week. He's looking for alcohol still that he knows isn't there. Yeah.
so I'm gonna come back in. It's like, hey, Coinminer, you made sure to like get rid of all the alcohol in here.
It's been gone for years.
So what have I missed?
Not much. They're just asking me about why Arrear is forgetting things. So.
Turns out he's a drunkard, and that's why.
Turns out he's cursed.
I think Guzik was there for that,
Yeah.
but more specifically, like where the magic could have came from is what Guzik's wanting it. So I guess my metagaming logic is, I don't remember timeline well, but when was Pope Victor locked up?
Way long time ago. This
1500
Victor
or so?
Victor is a long time ago compared to this. So
Okay, so that throws them out of the window then.
yeah.
Something like 1500 years, I think.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Like the Dust Helm thing was pretty recent. So in terms
Recent
of
relative term, but
yeah.
was still a nice fucking thought star. That one hadn't crossed my mind.
Like, I was trying to, like, I didn't want to ask it because it felt metagaming just, like, to ask it and, like, implant it
Yeah.
into other people's heads. But
What if
it
what if we
wouldn't.
do this? You guys come up with some more questions for Coinminer, and we'll call it here for the week. And you guys, we can continue the conversation if you guys think of anything. So,
Because at this point,
Over here.
Yep.
Guzik's thinking the Thronebreakers can be up to any.